All it takes is just one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how far the world is from where I am. Just one bad day.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and just a bit ago I got done watching Joker 2, and I didn't think I'd be watching this because of all the reviews that have been going around how shitty it is. And yeah, I just thought I'd make a little video saying how I'm not gonna watch it because I enjoyed the first one, right? And I didn't want the second one to ruin that experience for me. But I said, you know what, put your big boy pants on, let's go ahead and suck it up and watch it. I regret that. I regret that immensely. Because not only does it ruin the first one, it makes everything about those two movies pointless. And I'll get into that. By the way, spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't watched the Joker 2, and wouldn't recommend it, by the way. Just little heads up. Yeah, spoilers. So let's just continue. So let's talk about the settings, right? Where the movie takes place. So the two main places that it's going to be taking place is Arkham Asylum and the courtroom. Those are the two big areas, and a little bit outside of Arkham, not Arkham, Gotham City, a little bit out of that where he's running around trying to escape, and then he's just thrown back in Arkham Asylum. So those are the three settings. If you can even consider it three, I just consider it two. So you're already working with little to no room. It's very tight knit experience, and it can get boring real fast, especially when you have to put in musicals, and that's what we're going to talk about secondly, the fucking musicals. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a big person on musicals. I've grown up to them. My parents have forced me to watch musicals for a lot of my childhood, and I don't mind it. You know, Grease was an interesting one. Fucking Shrek the musical, that one was actually pretty boring. Anyways, this one isn't a musical. Even if they promote it as such, it is not. Because it doesn't carry on the plot. It doesn't do anything with the plot other than showing how crazy he is. And I wouldn't mind that if it had just gone with the plot, if it had carried on and kept going with the plot and continuing the story. But no, it's like a stop in his mind, and then you go snap back to reality, like Eminem style. And if you had just cut out, like if you as a person edited the movie and cut out those little musical sections, it wouldn't have changed the story. It wouldn't have changed anything. The movie would have been the same, just not with the music. And honestly, it would have been probably better without the music. Just saying. So, in my opinion, the musical scenes are just to drag out the movie. It's spacing. It's just there to make the movie longer. Okay, so the storyline of it is basically him coming to terms to not being two personalities. It's that he is one person that made all these bad decisions. And it would have worked, right? If it wasn't so poorly done. So, throughout the whole movie, the whole idea is that he's a bad guy. And it's supposed to make you, as the audience, kind of feel bad for encouraging Arthur or, siding with Arthur in the first movie. And it's kind of isolating the audience by doing so because, well, it's kind of like we knew that he was such a bad guy. It was just you made him the main character, so that's on you, Bucko. Okay, and it's so ridiculous, redonkulous, even how it's just you take it a serious moments from the first movie where he's done a terrible thing, and then they immediately go straight into a musical, and it's just so jarring, and it makes it so insignificant, and it makes those little special moments, just a little pebble compared to all the terrible shit that's in the movie. I don't know if that's just me, but that is definitely something I felt throughout the whole movie. So let's just carry on to characters, shall we? And speaking of characters, Arthur Fleck. I'm not going to call him the Joker because, well, I'll explain that later. But Arthur Fleck, I don't know, there's nothing much else to say about him that hasn't been said. He hasn't really changed other than he doesn't want to be Joker anymore. He just wants to be him. He can't handle the Joker persona anymore because it's bigger than himself, I guess. It's a society thing, you know? So he doesn't want to deal with society anymore. And that kind of contributes to his demise in the end. And yes, he gets fucking killed. And I'll get into his death later when I get to that part. Yay. Anyways, let's carry on with Harley Quinn. Or Lee, I guess is her name in this movie. I don't care. I see people harping on the Lee thing. I really don't care. What I care about is her story. She's like a replacement for the fans, like us, the watchers. Supposed to be like all into the whole Joker thing, wants to see him become all crazy. Which yeah, I want to see the Joker be all crazy because that's what he is. He's a crazy motherfucker in the comics. Sorry that I want to see a character that's actually portrayed as who he is. Whatever. She's she goes into prison and she isn't a therapist or someone who talks to the inmates. No, she's an inmate herself, or at least she put herself in there so then she could get closer to the Joker and have sex with the Joker. I wish that wasn't a thing, but here I am, and may I say, Joker is a two thrust pumping motherfucker and calls it quits. That's pretty weak, if I say so myself. But in short terms, I think her character would have served better if she was a little bit more, you know, of a therapist role and had more integrity to the plot because she was kind of just in his shadow for this movie. I think that's how I feel about it. She wasn't that important as I thought a secondary protagonist, not protagonist, but main character would be. But it is what it is. Just the storyline of her just doesn't work out so well, and I guess she has a baby with him, but at the same time, I don't know if she's actually pregnant or not because she lies a lot, so he could have been lying to him. It's a whole thing. It's stupid, but yeah, that's that. Now, there's the prison guards, and I wouldn't have talked about them if there wasn't a situation that happens closer to the end with the Joker and I keep on calling him the Joker, don't I? Arthur Flex, whatever. You get what I mean. I'm just gonna keep on calling him the Joker. Whatever. The Joker gets in a scuff with the guards later on, and before that, though, they have this, little cute banter between the guards and the Joker. It's kind of sweet, but at the same time, they keep it professional. At least the guards do, where they're like keeping him in his place, and that's cool. Until at the very end, near the very end, where they grape the Joker, and it's so uncalled for. It's so extra. It's honestly they go ahead and kill his friend to add that extra impact. And honestly, I think that they should have just killed the friend and not went with the grape scene because the grape scene has nothing, no impact. It's not brought up later. It's nothing. It's just there to be extra shock factor. Which fuck you. If you wanted this movie to be a like be more surreal and whatever, but and then you had to add in that and not have impact to that scene. Fuck you. Fuck you as the director for doing that or the writer. I don't care. Okay? Something went wrong in the cogs of your brain to think that was just okay to add in and not explore or explain if you're gonna do a mental deep dive of the Joker. Okay? Screw you and screw your writing. It's garbage. Huak tu. Now, the last person I want to do a little touch upon is Harvey Dent. More like, who the hell was he? And he was actually the DEA or whatever that was against the Joker in the court. And really, if you had just replaced him, it would have made no difference. He would have just been some other DEA, okay? It was a nice inclusion, and they did a little tease of him being Two-Face, and it's whatever. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really feel that impactful. If the movie actually went well and it went everything great, it would have been interesting if they actually did a dive into Two-Face and his whole mental schizo thing. That would have been cool if they made a spin-off movie called The Two-Face. Wow. If you actually cared about your movies, you could have actually did some more interesting shit. But no, you had to do the second movie just to put up the middle fingers to the fans and saw how that went. Terribly. Fuck you. So let's just rip the Band-Aid off and talk about the ending. The ending has Heath Ledger. No, not Heath Ledger. God, may he rest his soul. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker up against a psychopath, and the psychopath goes ahead and makes a joke saying, "What happens when a psychopath buys a drink for a clown?" And the clown's like, "Well, buy whatever for me." And he's like, "Well, you'll get what you fucking deserve." And the psychopath that's telling this joke stabs the Joker, and the Joker dies on the floor. And what ends up happening is the psychopath carves a smile on his face, so everyone's now theorizing that that's the new Joker. And if that's the case, this is, and the movie before this, is pointless. It's all pointless. We watched a guy that was the just mascot of who we were actually wanting in a movie. He wasn't the crown prince of crime. He wasn't nothing like that. He was just a mascot. And we didn't get to see the actual Joker in his devilish form. This is so disappointing to me. This is a cop out and disgusting. This is like a fan theory, and they just threw it onto the big screen and said, maybe someone will like it. And it's just such a weak and disgusting thing to do, because if that's the actual Joker that killed him, that's so stupid. Oh yes, I'm the Joker, baby, and I got my name from a guy that I saw on the TV and that I had a little crush on. Yeah, no, I don't appreciate that. That doesn't make him smart. That just makes him stupid. Joker's stupid in his little ways, but he's an intelligent guy, and he made his own persona becoming the Joker, doing his own things, not by watching some other clown do some stupid stuff, okay? Anyways, I feel like I'm repeating myself. That's about it. I mean, I can't really think of anything else to add in about this movie. The movie sucks, in my opinion. It's a waste of my time. This first one, you're better off watching and leaving it at that, and never think about a sequel that they possibly had made, because in my reality, there isn't. There isn't a sequel. It's just that one movie. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed now. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a better day than me. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye-bye.